Whether someone is rich or poor, we're all ruled by some habits. These are key to our emotions, motivations, and overall productivity. The good news? Habits are changeable, and adopting some rich people's habits can be your ticket to a brighter future. So today, we've got the 9 best, simple ones that practically anyone can master. Let's get started. Networking. Are you someone who avoids meeting new people? Well, that's not how you build wealth. According to Tom Corley, a financial whiz and certified CPA, a whopping 79% of the wealthy people dedicate a solid 5 hours a month to networking. Compare that to a mere 16% among those who haven't hit the jackpot yet. So why is networking such a game changer? Well, they say your network is your net worth.
Networking. A lot of people ask me, I've sort of coined a phrase called net giving. And I get this all the time. People come up to me and say, why would you call it net giving? And really what net giving does is net giving takes the work out of networking. Let me just define it for you. Net giving is just the attitude of what can I do for you. So when you walk into a room, when you're meeting with other people and you're networking, and a lot of people think this is pretty complicated, if you have the attitude of
In other words, when you mingle with diverse minds, you open doors to a lot of opportunities. Some of the most lucrative deals happen at networking events. A simple exchange of cards, a casual chat over food, or clinking glasses with a decision maker can be the turning point. Wondering how to start your networking journey? Start by tapping into your existing connections. Reach out to old college buddies or professors, connect with colleagues at your current job, and don't be shy to ask friends and family if they can introduce you to potential game changers. Keep emotions in check. The author of Rich Habits, Tom Corley, after interviewing 233 wealthy individuals and 128 poor people, found that wealthy people have a habit of keeping their emotions in check. It's not that they're emotionless robots, no, they simply understand the power of restraint. You see, not every thought racing through your mind needs to find its way out of your lips.
The idea is, instead of just acting on your emotions, instead of just acting out of anger, you step back and you catch yourself and you go through a process. First, you are aware that you don't know where your anger is from. You've made that decision, you understand it. You step back and you go, what is it that I'm really, really angry about? And in the moment that you catch yourself, you stop yourself from doing probably something stupid, saying something that'll get you in trouble. 80% of the mistakes you make in life come from this fact that you do things without being aware.
Studies suggest that 69% of those who struggle with financial challenges tend to have loose lips. On the flip side, 94% of wealthy individuals filter their emotions. But why do they do it? Corley explains it in his Rich Habits blog. When you let your emotions run wild, it's like shutting down half your brain. Your prefrontal cortex, the part responsible for rational thinking and decision-making, goes into hibernation mode. Now, wealthy people have essentially trained their brains to overcome this emotional roller coaster. Instead, they've mastered the skill of waiting until they're calm and collected, allowing them to approach the situation with a clear, objective perspective. It's indeed a great habit to adopt for anyone. Healthy diet. Ever wonder what the daily diet of the wealthy looks like? Well, it's not all fancy steaks and expensive red wine as you might think. Believe it or not, eating healthy is a common habit among many self-made millionaires, just like Tony Robbins. You know, the entrepreneur, best-selling author, philanthropist, and business guru? He's been pretty open about his diet, and it's far from the usual caffeine, alcohol, nicotine, and party drug scene. Back in October 2017, giving an interview, Billy Beck III, Tony Robbins' personal trainer, revealed that Tony starts his day with free-range eggs and coconut bread for breakfast, goes for a hearty green salad with avocado at lunch, and wraps things up with clean, organic protein, potatoes, and veggies for dinner. So, take a cue from the rich and eat healthier. After all, good health is the key to a longer, healthier life, and it means more time to make that money, right? They wake up early. Did you know that almost half of self-made millionaires start their day at least 3 hours before their working hours? For example, Tim Cook, the CEO of Apple, wakes up at 3:45 a.m. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson starts his day at 4 o'clock a.m. for his workout. Then there's entrepreneur Gary Vaynerchuk, who rises at 6 a.m., although we suspect he might never actually go to bed.
Life cannot just be about solving one miserable problem after another. That can't be the only thing. There need to be things that inspire you, that make you glad to wake up in the morning and be part of humanity. That's why we did this. This guy called Tsiolkovsky, one of the early Russian rocket scientists, the great saying, "Earth is the cradle of humanity, but you cannot stay in the cradle forever." It is time to go forth.
But all these early risers have got a purpose for getting out of bed. It might be reading a book, squeezing in some exercise, or simply getting a head start on their day's plans. As Hal Elrod brilliantly puts it in his book Miracle Morning, starting your day without intent or purpose is like missing out on life's secret sauce. It leaves you feeling unfocused and uncommitted. Waking up early to accomplish a task is not just about seizing control of your day. It's about gaining confidence that you're steering your life in the right direction. So why not adopt this habit of rich people and take control of your life? And if you're struggling to get up early in the first place, here are some tips to ensure you wake up refreshed and ready to conquer the world. Put away the gadgets at least 20 minutes before bedtime. Create a tranquil, stress-free sleep environment. Relax and wind down before hitting the sack. Avoid late-night snacking or sipping. Activate airplane mode or do not disturb on your phone. Stick to a consistent sleep schedule. Practice gratitude by listing 5 things you're thankful for each day. Don't forget to set that trusty alarm. No one wants to rush in the morning. Follow these tips and we assure you that one day you will not even need an alarm to wake up early. Meditate or pray. Most wealthy people consider meditation and prayer as an essential part of their daily life. Take Oprah Winfrey, for example. She's known for her daily routine, which includes prayer and meditation.
Talk about prayer. What does the word prayer mean to you?
Oh, I love prayer so much. Prayer is truly it's an inner mystical awakening. To me, prayer is so many things. Prayer is dialogue with God, okay? It's not petition. You know, most people know prayer through petition prayer.
Yeah.
Can I want?
Yeah.
But why should you consider incorporating these habits into your life? Well, for starters, they're incredible stress busters. They can help you bid farewell to anxiety and depression, guiding you away from that constant fight or flight mode. Dr. Paul Hokemeyer, a therapist specializing in marriage, family, and addiction, sheds some light on the science behind it. When stress hits, our limbic system, our body's central nervous system, goes into overdrive. This puts us in survival mode, where we either freeze, fight, or flee, and we're no longer fully present. Our decision-making skills go out the window, leading to poor choices and self-destructive behavior. That's where prayer and meditation step in as superheroes of serenity. They reduce our impulsive reactions to tough situations and negative events by redirecting our focus outward. Studies even suggest that through meditation, your brain gets a well-deserved break while staying active. The result? You'll find yourself growing in compassion and creativity. So it's not just about the rich people. Anyone can harness the power of meditation and prayer to lead a more balanced, focused, and fulfilling life. They have multiple sources of income. Rich people don't rely on just one paycheck. Tom Corley found that a whopping 65% of self-made millionaires had at least 3 different income streams before they hit the $1 million mark. Now let's bring it closer to home. According to a 2019 study by the U.S. Census Bureau, only 8.8% of women and 8% of men out there are juggling 2 or more jobs. That means the majority of people are putting all their eggs in one income basket. Having just one source of income is like walking on a tightrope without a safety net. Get this. If you lose your job, face a surprise medical expense, or fall behind on bills, a single job won't help you out. That's where multiple income streams come into play. Think about it. Real estate rentals, stock market investments, and maybe even a side hustle you are part owner of. These are the kind of income streams that can have your back in tough times. So start thinking about building a habit of keeping an extra income stream, because it's the secret to financial stability and success. Reading. According to Grant Cardone, a well-known author and speaker, successful CEOs read around 60 books a year. Shockingly, the average American worker reads just 1 book a year and earns a staggering 319 times less. Now, why do successful people read so much? Well, it's all about self-improvement. In fact, a whopping 88% of wealthy people spend at least 30 minutes a day reading. This simple habit sets them apart from the crowd. By constantly expanding their knowledge, they spot opportunities that lead to financial success. Now compare that to those facing financial struggles. Only 1 in 50 of them invests in daily self-improvement through reading. As a result, they often find themselves stuck professionally and vulnerable to job cuts. So here's the takeaway. Ditch the TV and embrace audiobooks in your car. Read about self-development, leadership, health, and marketing strategies to boost your income and business growth. The more you learn about your field, the more valuable you become to your colleagues, customers, or clients. Reading is your ticket to a brighter future in both your personal life and career. Start turning those pages and watch your life transform. They stay connected to a mentor. Rich people value their mentors and they stay connected to them. Even the big shots like Mark Zuckerberg and Bill Gates had mentors guiding them along the way. Mark looked up to the legendary Steve Jobs, while Bill Gates had Warren Buffett in his corner. These mentors weren't just cheerleaders from the sidelines, they actively paved the path to success. See, having a mentor is like hitting the fast forward button on your wealth-building journey. They've been there, done that, and are more than willing to share priceless lessons they've picked up along the way. Lessons they either learned from their own mentors or the school of hard knocks. And guess what? You don't need to have coffee dates with your mentor to benefit from their wisdom. Mentors can come in various forms. They could be people you follow online, authors of books that inspire you, or even virtual mentors whose advice you soak up from afar. So if you're all about learning from the best and avoiding bumpy roads, think about who inspires you and build a habit to follow their guidelines along the way. Sharing. Rich people know the value of sharing, and it's not just about writing big checks. It's about giving back in various ways. Take, for example, Bill Gates, Oprah Winfrey, and Mark Zuckerberg. They didn't just amass their fortunes. They made a point of sharing their wealth and wisdom. You see, for them, success goes beyond accumulating riches. It's about making a positive impact on the world. You don't have to be a millionaire to embrace this habit. It costs you nothing to volunteer in your local community or lend a hand at a nearby school. Yet these small acts of kindness can make a difference. So whether you're sharing your time, knowledge, or resources, remember that the habit of giving is a simple but powerful way to enrich your life and the lives of others. So did you notice something here? Yep. Even though we've got rich people in the title, these habits have nothing to do with money, and anyone can master these habits. So, let's train our minds to adopt these habits to boost our financial and personal growth. You see, it's not just about wealth. It's about winning at life. Before you leave, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. See you in the next video. Until then, stay tuned.